So in this video, I want to give a lesson from my journey to 1,000 YouTube subscribers as a complete noob, right? Like I have stated, in this video documentary series of me growing my channel to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. When I started out really taking YouTube seriously, I was a complete noob. I had posted not that many videos, but my channel had a bunch of shorts that I'd gotten some people that were helping me out. Just had put out a bunch of shorts on my behalf, and that was great. Uh, but I was basically starting from scratch because I hadn't really taken YouTube seriously. Like I was focused on other things, like a lot of you guys are. Uh, who maybe don't even have a YouTube channel and things like that. You're busy working on other things and you're not really taking a personal brand seriously. But I think it's time to take personal brand seriously. At least you can see from my own channel and things that I do that hey, I'm taking my personal brand seriously. So I've learned a lot of lessons along the way since then. Going from around maybe 3,000 views total all time to now my channel is gotten over I think 11,000 views all time, which is a huge addition and explosive growth. And my subscriber count has gone from maybe around like almost 20 subscribers at the time I started taking this very seriously, maybe 20, 25, to now it's over like 50 subscribers, 50, 51 subscribers. And who knows, by the time you're watching this, especially if you watch this a long time from when I'm recording it, I could easily be up to the 1,000 subscribers. uh, so I'm just saying this, guys, just so you understand, like the journey and the progression. There's been a lot of growth and a lot of lessons for me. So one of the lessons, and the lesson I want to share with you, is that there is a fast button and there is a normal speed or slow button, and you kind of need to know what these are. You kind of need to know what these are. So if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, um, there's a lot of things that you can do wrong, but don't let that scare you. Just get started. Now what's typically likely to happen is that in that case you're probably using some version of uh, you're probably using some version of just putting out stuff out there. And that's good. That's a good initial strategy, right? Understand there are different YouTube strategies. The channels that are growing explosively are using different strategies from those that are just mediocre and slow growing. Now, my own channel is growing a little bit fast, but not crazy fast. And it's because my strategy is not necessarily the really fastest growth strategy. Mr. Beast has said that, knowing what I know, knowing what he knows as Mr. Beast, I can grow a channel from zero to like 10 million subscribers in 6 months. And I truly believe he could. I truly believe that he can. Um, But understand the strategy that he's gonna use in that case is he's gonna be using the fast button strategy. So let me tell you a little bit about the fast button strategy, because I actually got a little bit of an experience with this as well. Just on my own channel, there was a short period of time when I switched on the fast button, and it was insane, right? My channel got the highest amount of views over like a week-long period that I'd ever seen in a while. Like, whoa, this is insane. And I could see, okay, if Mr. Beast does this kind of, he knows even better than the stuff that I've done on my channel. So I can see how he really realistically could get to 10 million subscribers from zero in 6 months. The fast button strategy, let me just give it to you guys, just, in case you're trying to grow your channel fast, is you gotta post. Now, this is not the strategy for everyone. This is just the fast button strategy, right? I'm gonna talk about the slow button shortly. The fast button, you're gonna post about broad entertainment topics. So, like one of the guys that I follow online on YouTube, a really good influence for me on YouTube is Make Mula. Make Mula, who has a bunch of channels where he reacts to this kind of inner city type content, right? Where there's kind of like all kinds of drama, violence, gun stuff, and gangs and street life and things like that. Which is really eye-catching, really intriguing, really entertaining. People want to see the drama, want to see like, ooh, what's going on in the inner cities, and there's a lot of that kind of stuff. And so Mekmula kind of makes his content around that. That's an example of the fast button because he's catering his content to topics that are highly entertaining, highly clicky, and are gonna get a lot of people clicking and watching. And you can see on his channels, he's got like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers, and his videos are getting insane amounts of views. That's kind of the stuff that Mr. Beast would be doing as well. If you look even at Mr. Beast's channels, it's all this dramatic competition-based stuff and kind of surprise stuff. Like I tried to survive on a desert island, or I tried to, I tried to 1,000 people compete for like $1 million or 100 or however much money, right? Like this kind of dramatic, entertaining stuff. That's gonna get you on the fast paths to growth. Like when I was running entertainment type content on my channel for a short while, just really more so as like an experimentation of strategy and things. Actually got to learn YouTube a lot more. Like I got the highest amount of views in a short amount of time that I had ever seen. Now I didn't necessarily kind of keep on with that because there's a reason, but it's not to say that this is the wrong strategy. Like the fast button, if you want growth, you want views, I highly recommend it. You really should, you really should look at this, and you really should go for it. It's something to know that it exists for when you want that growth on your channel. Now let's talk about strategy number 2, which is the slow button. So the slow button is where you are gonna post educational content, and if you look at Alex Hormozi, he's come out and he's actually said that he was making kind of more so like entertainment type content just to test, and he decided to settle on educational content even though it got him fewer views. And with educational content, you're gonna post how-to tutorials, you're gonna post information rich videos talking about a particular topic. It might be a business topic, it might be whatever your area of expertise. Let's say you're into fitness, it might be tutorials about fitness. If you're into whatever your topic, you're gonna talk about that and kind of give tutorials, how to information, and walk people through your processes. Now, this is not gonna get the viral views that you're gonna get with fast button type content. But like Alex Hormozi explained on his own channel, he said, when I posted this kind of content, what I saw was that I got less views, but I got actually more click-throughs of people wanting to buy my stuff. I actually got more relevant leads. And so that's the kind of like the trade-off or the advantage of this slow button. The slow button content strategy on YouTube is you're gonna get less views, but it's gonna be views that are highly more targeted, and they're gonna stick around because everything you're doing is just kind of focused around the actual topics that are super relevant to them. They're not gonna see a bunch of entertaining information from one day to the next that maybe they're not as interested in, and they go click away to some other channels. Instead, they're just gonna stay around on your channel learning about this topic, let's say for 3 months, and then maybe they end up buying your product. And maybe a year from now, when they've solved that particular problem and they don't need to learn, guess what? They might just then go off and do and watch other entertaining content somewhere. But For as long as they had that particular problem that you were solving, you were the most relevant person in their universe, at least on YouTube. And so they are just tuning in and consuming your content. So that's the slow button. It is that advantage of if you are trying to sell a product in particular, uh, you can actually get leads that buy your product a little bit faster. If you are doing the fast button content, it's kind of more so gonna grow your YouTube channel, but it's not necessarily gonna convert at the same rate. You're gonna do a whole lot of work attracting a bunch of people that are not necessarily gonna buy anything you're selling right away or ever at all. But what it's good for is it's really building a huge long-term audience that knows who you are, likes you, and for sure some of them will buy the stuff that you do put out. So those two strategies are strategies you want to be aware of. Like I've described my own experiences. uh, I've actually switched in between the strategies, work with this strategy, work with that strategy. So I've seen both strategies are something that you want to be able to do, and you also want to at least know that these strategies are out there, and that YouTube really is that nuance that you can take a different strategy depending on your situation and on your goals. Like Mr. Beast said, he said, if my goal was I need to grow this channel. If I wanted, I could grow a channel from 0 to 10 million subscribers within 6 months. He literally, I believe he literally could do it because I've seen enough of YouTube and practicing and experimenting on YouTube and seeing the results and the things that are possible to see that, well, he probably could do it. He probably could do it. Uh, but it's not the only strategy. These are just two YouTube strategies. There's probably more out there, but these are really good ones to know, and you kind of need to figure out which one is the best one for you to use right now. Now you can just follow along with my journey to 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna be posting more insights and more findings as I keep on with my experiments.